Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working through crown chakra flow, so ending our chakra series. We are going to begin lying down on our belly, so you can make your way to the belly, and let's stack the forearms just to rest our forehead here. And completely relax through the body, letting your body weight sink towards the floor, softening through your facial features, relaxing through the jaw, relaxing through the hips, and begin to focus on your breath. Breathing in and out the nose, keeping the mouth closed, and noticing the quality of your breath here. And your crown chakra is referred to as the bridge to the cosmos. So, the crown chakra is an individual's center for spirituality, universal consciousness, and it's where you feel that connection to a higher power. The crown chakra color is violet or sometimes white. So we're going to be moving through a shorter flow, and many of the poses will be connected to the mat with the crown of our head. So sort of an indication of connecting with the earth, connecting with that oneness. And we'll hold those poses for a little bit longer than usual. Let's take 3 more full breaths here. Let's slowly start to extend both arms towards the edges of the mat. And we're going to open up through the shoulders. So bend into the right knee and then draw the right foot over to the left side, creating a nice stretch into the left shoulder and maybe fully pressing the right foot into the ground. Taking 3 more deep breaths here. Let's slowly start to pick up the right foot, rolling back onto the belly and extending through the right leg. Keeping the right arm extended, we're going to move to the opposite side. So bending into the left knee, drawing the foot in, and then picking up the foot and drawing it towards the right side of the mat. Relaxing the right cheek into the mat. Feeling a deep opening into the right shoulder. Taking 3 full breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Slowly start to roll back onto the belly, extending the left leg. We're going to draw the palms in towards the ribs, draw the elbows in, curl the toes, and from here push back to your child's pose. And you want to keep the toes curled so you can stretch into the soles of the feet, pressing the forehead into the mat. And from here, we're going to begin to walk the hands towards the heels. So taking hold of the heels and then coming onto the crown of your head. So transitioning into rabbit pose. So your crown of the head is placed onto the mat. Feeling that connection to the earth. Let's take 3 full breaths here and notice where you feel the sensation. Perhaps into the top of the shoulders, around the hips and the low back, into the soles of the feet. And then let's begin to extend the arms towards the ceiling, interlacing the fingers and pulling the knuckles towards the sky. Staying on the crown of the head. Start to extend the arms a little bit further overhead so you're opening into the chest. And you can uncurl the toes, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Taking one more breath here in your rabbit pose. And then gently release the fingers. And start to walk the palms forward. Press the fingers into the mat, almost like claw-like hands, so your palms aren't fully pressed into the mat, just the fingers. And then we're going to start to release the chest towards the ground, letting the forehead rest into the mat, feeling a nice opening into the back. Draw a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. 2 more breaths just like this. Slowly press fully into the palms. Lift the head up. Curl the toes. Press up to your first downward dog. Pressing the feet down towards the mat, so opening through the back of the calves by pressing the heels towards the ground. Pressing the palms fully into the mat to support your back, and then start to pedal the dog, lifting one heel up and pressing the other down. You really want to move with intention here, so try not to rush through the poses and the sequence. Try to take it moment by moment, enjoying the feel and what it's doing to your body. And let's start to bend the knees and walk to the top of the mat. Meeting in a forward fold, grabbing on to the back of your ankles, or maybe holding on to opposite wrist behind the legs. Folding the head closer towards the shins. One more deep breath here. And gently release the bind. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, folds. Let's start to come up onto the tippy toes. Bending into the knees and slowly lowering the seat to the mat. Bring the hands behind you. And we're going to lower down onto our backs. So keeping the knees bent, you can slowly start to tuck the tailbone and make your way to the back. Trying to come down with control, releasing the head towards the ground. Start to extend the legs fully. And we're going to take a couple more poses here where we are placing the crown of the head on top of the mat, in order to feel that connection to the earth. Feel the sensation of all of us sort of working together, all of us being interconnected on this planet, and feeling a connection to that higher power through holding these poses a little bit longer. So start to bring the palms by your sides, and we're going to bend into the elbows, lift the head, and place the crown of your head onto the ground. And then keep bending into the elbows to lift the chest. So this is your fish pose. And we're going to take 5 full breaths here. Maybe closing the eyes. Relaxing through the face. One more breath. Start to press into the elbows and pull the chin in towards the chest and slowly release onto the back. From here, bend into one knee, placing it onto the mat. Placing the foot onto the mat, and then bend the other knee, placing the other foot onto the mat. And from here, keep the palms pressed into the mat by your sides. We're going to start to curl the tailbone, lift the low back, lift the mid back and the upper back, slowly pushing the hips up to your bridge. Squeezing the inner thighs. Pointing the chin up towards the sky, creating space within the body. On your next exhale, release the upper back, mid back, low back, tailbone. Awesome job, guys. From here, we're going to take a prep for a wheel.
So almost as if you were coming into full wheel.
But we're just placing the crown of our head onto the mat. So we're going to take our palms, press them by the shoulders, flipping the fingers to point towards the body, keeping the elbows tucked in and not letting them splay out. And then from here, you want to make sure your feet are hip-width apart, feet pressed fully into the mat. We're going to inhale, lift ourselves up, and just place the crown of the head on top of the mat. Squeezing the inner thighs. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release the crown of the head slowly.
Vertebra by vertebra, releasing the back.
Awesome job. Pressing the palms by your sides. We're going to move into one more asana before we end our crown chakra practice and slowly make our way to meditation. So we're going to transition into plow. You have a couple ways of doing this. You can either bend the knees, pick up the feet, and start to rock the feet up and overhead, placing the feet into the ground.
Palms are resting into the mat.
Or you can take shoulder stand first. So from your prep stand where you feel like you're about to take bridge, feet are hip width apart, legs are hip width apart, palms pressed into the thighs.
You're going to extend the legs towards the ceiling, press the palms into the low back, bending into the elbows.
So extending the legs towards the ceiling.
And then maybe pressing the feet up and overhead, so releasing one foot and then the other.
Release the palms by your sides. Whichever variation you've landed in, let's take 3 breaths. Let's gently start to bring the palms to the low back, bending into the elbows. Start to extend one leg towards the ceiling and then the other. Begin to bend into the knees and slowly release your spine vertebra by vertebra onto the mat.
Finally, the feet will touch the mat. And let's start to extend one leg and then the other. Palms are face up by your sides. And we're going to spend a couple moments here in meditation. So think about completely letting go, letting the body sink towards the ground. Resist any gripping or any places where you feel like you may be holding tension. Try to soften and relax. Think about being here in this very present moment after practicing. And we're going to spend a couple moments in silence here as a way to honor our crown chakra, since it's best to be silent with your thoughts, especially when you're trying to tap into the crown chakra. And perhaps you feel that power of all of us practicing together. So even though this is virtual, you may feel that sense of others practicing this sequence with you. From here, if you have more time to stay in meditation, I definitely encourage it and recommend you pause the video and have a little bit longer meditation session. If you don't have time, well, you definitely do have time. Everybody has enough time to meditate. But if you need to go in this moment, Let's begin to bend one knee into the chest and then the other. And just release the legs to any side, finding fetal position. Slowly making your way up on your own time, where we'll meet in a cross-legged position in the middle of the mat. Sitting nice and tall, rest the palms over the knees. Taking one more moment of silence here. And feeling gratitude for everything around you, all the nature, all of the opportunities, all of the people, everything that this earth has to offer you. Let's begin to inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, slowly bow to close the practice together.
Namaste.
I hope you guys enjoyed. That was the end of our chakra series. Please leave a comment for me below and stay tuned for the next videos coming up. Bye.